coming into now your third season, I guess where do you feel, not just from an experience standpoint, but from a maturity standpoint as well, compared to when you first came in at 18 years old a couple years ago?
Uh, Obviously, I mean, I've gotten older, like you said. Got a couple seasons under my belt. Kind of going in knowing what to expect, knowing how the league works. I'm just excited, man. I'm just excited for to continue my journey with this team, and to keep building.
And what did you prioritize this offseason after you look back on last year and reflected on what you did well and where you could improve?
I would say all parts of my game. I would say me just trying to, for one, be in the best shape possible coming into this year. Really taking care of my body first and foremost. Whether that be becoming stronger in certain areas, becoming more flexible, faster, whatever the case may be, healthier. Just taking care of my body.
Earlier when you talked to JB Biggs, he was talking about how much communication has been going on with you guys. I know you probably won't go too much into it, but what can you share about those communication with JB Biggs and also what has been your first impressions with him?
Communication like with the players towards the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been great. I feel like since day one, coach has kind of relayed his message on what he feels like the team should look like, what he feels like, what he wants to see out of us. Since day one, he's kind of expressed that. And JB, man, what I've learned from him is he's very about his business, even with trades. You know, what I mean, they come in since day one, they were about business, and I love that about them. They're straight to the point. It's no BS. It's kind of like we're here to work, and I love that.
Jalen, alluding to that conversation that JB had with us earlier, he mentioned the importance of finding a skill that you can do at a high level, at the NBA level. He mentioned your ball handling, playmaking outside as a center. Could you see yourself playing more of like an Alperen Şengün, Nikola Jokic role this year, being like a DHO hub?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like my ability to pass is something that not a lot of people know about. So I feel like that'd be an aspect that I'll be able to show a lot this year, especially with Coach JB's offense.
Talking about the defensive side of the ball, what do you feel like your personal ceiling is as a defender in the NBA? What do you think are the things that you have to work on and improve on to reach that ceiling?
I think me honestly is just locking in on every defensive possession. I think I'll only continue to grow, not even on the defense end, but just as a player. As I continue to learn more and grow and study the game. And like I said, I feel like the coaching staff we have now are going to put me in the best position to be successful.
How badly do you guys want to shed this losing narrative of like, won a lot coming up as a kid growing up?
Yeah,
To go through that many losses, man, how much of that motivates you
man,
shed?
a whole lot, man. I mean, shit, nobody wants to lose. And I feel like, since I've been in the league, we've had, our ups and downs. And I feel like, in my opinion, this year is probably the best, like, put together team in terms of vets and talent and guys who are willing to work and want to be here. I feel like we have the best all around team that we've had since I've been here. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what we could do and achieve.
This is your third year in the league, and now you're third head coach. Like, how much has that lack of continuity, the coaching staff, been frustrating for you throughout the past couple years?
Not so much frustrating. I would say, for one, it's an honor to have. We had a lot of great coaches. Starting with 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗓 and then Coach Monty and now JB. All great coaches that I've been able to learn from and build relationships with. But for me, I look at it as like always a learning aspect. I try to take whatever I can from all those guys because those guys are legendary guys. I think Casey, if I'm not mistaken, has a ring, and Monty's been to the finals, and JB's a playoff coach all the way. So I try to take everything from all three of them.
You shot 79% at the free throw line last season, which I think was an 18% improvement over your rookie year. What do you
Yeah.
credit that to, and is that something that you sort of kept in mind this summer as you went through your workouts as well, as far as expanding your game?
Yeah, definitely. I would say just the reps, I mean, I don't feel like I shouldn't be a bad free throw shooter. If I am, that's on me. It just came down to the reps and me locking in on it. I feel like that's something that I can continue to carry out through my career.
And you know what? You said earlier you're older. How much are you looking forward to stepping into a leadership role on the defensive side, as well as making sure to set the tone, kind of defensively and physically for this team?
Yeah, I'm super excited, man. I'm super excited. I'm up for the challenge. I'm up for the opportunity. Anything that the coaches put in front of me, I'm gonna attack it head on.
How does sharing the floor with shooters all around you help you as a big man?
Oh, tremendously. It helps it a lot. Just having guys who you can't play off of, it just opens up the paint for me or my roles. It opens up, you know, even if I can get a good screen for the guards, it opens up their lanes and helps them able to make plays. So having shooters out there who guys have to respect it, you know, it makes the offense way easier.
You've now had the last 2 summers to work with the USA Select team. How much of that experience has really benefited you and the growth of your game? And do you have aspirations to be on that national team as the years go forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think one of the greatest honors in basketball is kind of wearing that USA across your chest, and me being, you know, honored to go out there and play against those guys who we know. I mean, obviously some of the greatest guys to play the game. I just was able to kind of pick up some of their habits and just watch how they move and how they go about their everyday basketball life in terms of just getting ready for practice, getting ready for meetings, warming up, all those little things. So I feel like it was a great experience for me and something I can kind of bring back to the team.
Your second annual JD Day this summer. Just speak on like the importance of community for you, and then if you see that kind of expanding to Detroit as well.
Yeah, definitely. JD Day was second annual this year. It was a great turnout. For me, I just wanted to bring something back to the community because obviously we know it's a lot going on in this world, a lot of negativity. So anytime that I can use my voice and my resources to bring back something impactful to the community, then I would love to do that. And I am definitely working on bringing it to Detroit. That's something that I want to kind of enjoy with the city because I know Detroit, you know, they want something to, you know, some positivity. So I'm looking forward to bringing that here too.
JD, as stepping into this year, what's been your impression of the rookies, and as one of the leaders of the team, what have you done to help their transition into the league?
Yeah. So Ron, I would say about Ron, he's very mature. Obviously, I'm like 1 year older than him, but just the conversations and the way he carries himself, he's very mature, very confident, and I love that about him. Since day one, since I met him, he's been like, I'm ready to go. It hasn't been no, okay, I'm a rookie, I'm gonna take it slow. He's attacked everything head on. And Bobby, I think the sky's the limit for him, man. I feel like he's gonna be great for us, man. He's a 6'9", 6'10" guy who can really shoot it. I feel like he's another guy whose playmaking is underrated. I feel like he can really pass the ball. And I think they're both going to be really good players, man. I'm excited to see what they've turned into.
Before you got to spend the last however many weeks the team has been together and got to know some of the new veterans with your team, did you wonder how they would respond to, I mean, they're coming from Philadelphia, Milwaukee, Dallas, title contention type.
Yeah.
Did you wonder how they would react to being put into this situation with a team that's not, you know, on the other end of the spectrum right now?
Yeah. It's tough. I would say I was more so when I seen that we got those guys, I was more so excited to learn from them and to kind of see what their experiences have taught them. You know what I mean? Like you said, those are guys who've been on contending teams and have been in the playoffs and have done things that, you know, we want to do. So when I seen that we got those guys, especially like a 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗓, a Tim is coming off a finals run, and, you know, Malik, you know what I mean, playing with the Bucks is like, I was just excited to see what they could bring to us as a young team.
And what have they brought them?
Man, they brought a certain level of balance. You know what I mean? They brought, like, I feel like their voice has been huge for us in terms of them being those older, real older vets who kind of are still playing, they're still going, they're still on the court. They've brought like a sense of balance, and even like just hearing them talk, you know, everybody listens, everybody wants to know what they have to say, everybody cares about their opinions on things, and I feel like that's been great for us.
Say one more. You talked about your time with the Team USA Select team, but with Team USA itself, was there any other, you know, veterans or any other guys that you kind of like gravitated to more so than anyone else? You know, whether it was, you know, conversations or just working out one-on-one, you know, just into a bond.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think nobody in particular. I think everybody. I mean, I'm a guy. I wanted to kind of. I just like that I had the opportunity to compete against all those guys, especially, you know, the top bigs, the top American bigs in our game. You know, AD. We had Joel and Bam out there. So for me, my biggest thing was just being able to compete with them.
Thanks, JD. Appreciate it.